telling you, if you want a good chicken wing. So we were definitely worried because we know that cats' spines continue into their tail. You guys, this is a big day. I'm so excited for you.
I can't wait to vacuum.
I can't wait for you to vacuum either. Tell me you're an adult without telling me you're an adult. Alright friends, I really want to show you one of my absolute favorite dinners that Jack makes. I'm kind of doing this in between charging this battery and putting it back on the charger. So the first thing, it's a whole combination. The first thing are russet potatoes, and he makes homemade like French fries with them. So what do we have here, bub? How much? That's one potato?
That's one russet potato, so I do one potato per serving. I'm gonna have a baked potato, so that's why.
He has a baked potato here, but I love his homemade French fries.
Yep.
And you saw he just got olive oil on them?
Yep, so I just cut the potato in half. I basically quarter it, so this one potato makes like 4 quarters, and then I
Slice
cut
them.
those into fries, and then cut the fries in half.
You can shape your fries however you want.
Yep, I just do it this way. They cook really nice.
Do you know about how much olive oil? Were you
Yep,
pretty
a
generous
tablespoon.
with it?
Yep, just a tablespoon of olive oil.
Delicious.
And you just want to coat them nice, like one to like bind all the seasonings to it, and then we're gonna put this in the top rack in the oven at 425.
So it's gonna get crispy.
Nice and crispy.
Crispy is like the key. Jack has really nailed down the crisp factor of his crispy vegetables.
And you salt generously.
Salt the crap out of it.
Pepper the crap out of it. Don't be shy with your seasoning. If you're not sure, you can always just add whatever a little bit now, and then salt and pepper to taste to finish. And then I like to add garlic powder, garlic, onion, and chili powder.
Garlic, onion, chili, salt, and pepper.
This is also a secret ingredient. It's not really a secret
It's
ingredient.
not secret, but it's frickin' bomb.
Cajun seasoning. Oh, it smells so good. And we put
And that's
this
like-
on
Yeah, go ahead.
the chicken wings too. It's one of the spices. Do that.
So like having these potatoes with Cajun seasoning and the chicken with Cajun seasoning is just like, it's so good.
So we're just gonna mix these all around until they're all nice and coated. And then I put them in for about 25 to 30 minutes, and the wings go in for 45 minutes.
We do the wings first.
Yeah, we're gonna put the wings in first. And so we're gonna get those prepped in a second, and I'll show you what goes into the rub. So I'm using, it's the Chunky Chef's Epic Dry Rub.
Okay, I'll put the link down below for it.
And I modify it. I know Mac doesn't like smoky.
Oh, thank you. I do not like a lot of smoky flavor, so he doesn't put that in.
Basically, like anywhere where there's like, it mentions like chili pepper, there's ancho chili pepper, there's smoked paprika, a couple of other things. I just basically use regular chili powder or regular paprika. So I
Okay.
double the amounts for that to compensate. So I'm adding 2 1/4 teaspoons of chili powder. There's one already in there. There's a second, and then is my quarter. So next is 2 1/4 teaspoons of paprika. Next is a tablespoon of light brown sugar, half a tablespoon of onion powder, half a tablespoon of salt, 3/4 teaspoon of cumin, half a teaspoon of garlic powder, half a teaspoon of cayenne.
Ooh, look at that color.
If you want it more spicy, you add more.
Okay.
Half a teaspoon of ground mustard, 1/4 teaspoon of ground black pepper, 1/4 teaspoon of ground dried oregano. Don't get the flakes.
No flakes, ground oregano.
And last but not least, 1/4 teaspoon of ground thyme.
All the spices.
So now all we're gonna do is we're gonna mix it all together. If your brown sugar is hard like mine is, you just gotta really like mash it up and make sure it's all mixing well. And then we are gonna coat the wings, so see you in a bit.
We
Forgot to almost
forgot.
add
The
the
best
Cajun
one.
seasoning. So I just add this in liberally. Boom.
That wasn't as liberal as like some of the other ones.
You can see the brown sugar clumpies.
Yeah,
So I'll crush those up, but you just mix it up and it's gonna look like this beautiful red dry rub.
it does look beautiful.
So her recipe, you make this amount of spices for 4 pounds. We're doing 2.5.
So you halved all of it.
Yeah, no, I didn't have all of it.
Oh, you didn't.
I put the full amount. That's my secret too.
It's so good.
I don't know, it just makes it that much better.
It's
It's
just so
almost
good.
like a breading,
Yeah,
but
it's
it's not.
freaking bomb.
So we're gonna add 2 tablespoons of olive oil to this.
This binds it.
Yeah, it'll help bind the spices to the chickens. We give this a mix. I washed my chicken wings beforehand. You guys didn't see this. Wash them and dry them.
Yeah, and don't wash with soap. I saw that on the Real Housewives one time. She didn't know how to cook, and the person instructing her said to wash the chicken, so she brought it over and put Dawn's soap all over it. So wash the chicken. You wash the pieces with water, and then you pat them dry with a paper towel, and then you put them in a bowl.
So you got your olive oil all over.
Mm-hmm.
Sprinkle about half on here, and then I'm just gonna gently toss these inside the bowl. And like, if you don't want to use all of this, you definitely don't have to.
But it's not going to be as delicious as what we're saying if you don't, so.
And you can store this seasoning in a mason jar, like a sealed jar or whatever, and reuse it on other things.
We should just do that so that we have it to put on the chicken every time we have it.
And then you have your epic dry rub, you know, just make a massive batch of it. I've put this on chicken breast and chicken thighs.
I remember that.
Yeah, and it's really good.
It's so delicious.
It's just it's a delicious rub.
It's a good chicken rub.
Then I have a baking sheet, cooking spray to like lube this sucker up.
Baking sheet with aluminum foil,
cooking
spray, and then a rack.
Yes, and this helps get them crispy. Otherwise, they're just gonna sit in their chicken juices and
it's not. It kind of gets soggy.
Yeah, the top kind of gets give a little breathing room to bok. So now this is what I do. I do this with our roast chicken too. I started at 450, and then I lower it down to the temperature required for baking.
And you put them in.
And then I put them in. Yeah.
So it slowly goes down to 400.
So these are gonna go in for 45 minutes.
45 minutes.
I had to triple check. Hey Google, set a timer for 15 minutes. No, I just said 45 minutes. So 15 minutes because that's gonna tell me to put the fries in. And that's why we put foil on.
Oh my Lanta.
How do those look, Bub?
They look really good, Bub.
Before I leave you.
They look awesome. Oh yeah, we've got some good crisp on those.
Is that good enough?
Yeah, for sure. Oh yeah. Looking super good. This is so good, you guys. I'm telling you, if you want a good chicken wing, this seasoning, it's it. And they're juicy. They're so juicy. They're so good. And I have Hidden Valley on the table in case to dip, but honestly, sometimes I don't even get to the Hidden Valley because I just love the seasoning so much, and it's just perfect amount of flavor. Hey, Bob, come here.
Really quick. Oh, you got it. Nice. Oh my gosh.
I just wanted to show you.
Thank you.
You guys, this is a big day. The other night, on Sunday specifically, Sunday cleaning day, as you guys know, that is what we do on Sundays. Our vacuum wasn't working, just stopped working. And we did everything under the sun. We cleaned it out, we did all the things, but it was not working for Sunday cleaning. And then Jack and I were toying with the idea of going to get it repaired and trying to repair it kind of that way versus obviously getting and investing in a new vacuum. But then we realized that we had our vacuum for 8 going on 9 years now, which is awesome. We had a Shark vacuum. My parents got us as a like new home present in our first apartment. So that thing lasted so freaking long. And when we looked up the average like age of a vacuum usually as far as it goes until it dies, it was literally teetering around like 8 years. So it did make sense. And instead of spending money to repair it and knowing that we might continuously have to spend money to repair it, we thought it was time for a new vacuum. I have not owned a Dyson, a full-size Dyson in my life, but my experience with the handheld one, the Traeger, that we got for Christmas last year is phenomenal. They perform so well. And so we read a crap ton of reviews and because it's a big investment. So we wanted to know that our decision was like a solid one, and they have so many models. Initially, my heart was kind of set on a cordless one because I just see it looks so sleek, you know, and doing the things and all that. But for someone with 2 cats and knowing the performance that we were kind of looking for, suction as well as the longevity of a vacuum, there were kind of wishy-washy reviews on those ones for like a deeper clean versus just like a fun battery operated, you know, clean, being able to take it anywhere, cordless, that type of thing. We figured if we are investing in our next purchase that we are going to have for the next hopefully 8 years. We wanted a more substantial, reliable, heavy-duty one. We looked at the Animal series, the Animal 2 that they have, which like really gets in deep for pet hair. It had an average rating on their site of a 3.8 out of 5. And when I was reading the reviews, a lot of people, like the majority of the bad reviews were all about how it's actually too powerful of a suction. And that experience makes it super annoying to vacuum and nearly impossible because the suction is just so strong. I didn't want to be annoyed with it. And so then Jack looked up this one, just the, what is this one? The Dyson Ball Multi-Floor 2. And this has like a 4.3 rating out of 5 and not necessarily the suction type of like negative side to it as the other ones did. So that is what we went with. Bought it through Best Buy because they had really fast shipping and I could not go, nor did Jack want to go longer with scummy floors because we literally couldn't vacuum on Sunday. So we're kind of just like dealing with over a week's worth of just cat hair and stuff like that right now. But this looks so freaking cool. Tell me you're an adult without telling me you're an adult. Like I am legitimately excited about this purchase right now. I feel like it's so easy to get excited about it because one, it's a Dyson and I'm just like, I'm so impressed with our Dyson that we have and I've just never owned like a full-size Dyson, so I'm so excited. Self-adjust across carpets and hardwood floors, which is amazing. Our other one, which again is 8 years old at this point, didn't have a self-adjustment. There was like a little manual thing that you could switch back and forth. It was always confusing on which setting was better for floors or carpets. It was a weird thing. So the fact that this self-adjusts for hardwood floors and carpets is awesome. We're excited about the ball technology with the steering. The box is pretty light, I'm not gonna lie. I thought I was gonna have Jack like help me get this in, but the box itself was really light. So I would say it's pretty light to carry. And then they've got all of these obviously like expansions and stuff to get in the crevices of your home. And this model is certified asthma and allergy friendly. Oh my gosh. Oh God.
Whoa, look at this thing.
There you have it, bub. Wow.
Wow.
We are part of the Dyson fam. It honestly, online looked a lot more yellow than it did like orange.
I was like, no.
Hi, baby.
Not a new vacuum.
If anyone's wondering how it's going,
Hi.
it's still going.
Hi.
Still going. Hi, honey.
So good.
That is very exciting. Hi, Hippo. You need any afternoon snuggles? Get some coffee and then we'll fill them in on what's going on with you. Jack got me this Califia almond milk like French vanilla creamer, or just vanilla creamer. And I really freaking like it. You guys know I'm obsessed with the pumpkin and the maple flavor that they have, more so the maple flavor. Really good. And so just to have a regular vanilla one is so good. One of you guys commented about trying, I forget if it was on Twitch or if it was on a comment on a YouTube video. There's a silk maple, or maybe I think it was in Discord. Honestly, we like talk on so many different like platforms, you and I together, that I always forget like where we talked, which is kind of cool if you think about it. But it was a silk maple almond milk like creamer or whatever that I have to try. I can't find it anywhere though. I can't find it at our Hannaford's. I can't find it at Market Basket. I didn't check Walmart the other day though. We were at Walmart for more of the canned stuff and just the aisle stuff versus refrigerated section, but I should definitely look there next time we're there. Anyway, friends, I wanted to give you an update on the cats because I didn't vlog this yesterday. I just felt like it was so repetitive at this point, but you guys know that we reintroduced the cats successfully, which was amazing. And then they had an episode overnight, randomly it felt like again, where Miss Allie did in fact attack Hippo. We thought everyone was good. We've been separating them. We're reintroducing them yet again this time. And this time we have a lot more confidence because we know that this will work. This gate method, feeding them on either side type of thing, will eventually work. So I feel good about it. But over the next day or so after we found that they had been fighting, or Miss Allie had been attacking Hippo, I should more so say, we noticed that Hippo Hippo was like, something was weird about Hippo walking, and she wasn't walking weird, it's just that her tail was just down, and she never walks like her tail is always moving, it's always up completely, and especially if we pat her and we kind of go down her back, when we reach the end of her back, her tail flies up as like a reflex type of thing, and we go up the tail, you know what I'm saying, if you guys have cats. And that wasn't happening at all. In fact, when we got to the end and she went to raise her tail, it was very strained, and she clearly was in pain when she went to go raise her tail. Sally. Oh my gosh. That's how we've been living, by the way, is we hear one type of gate sound and we think Miss Sally's like hopping over and going to attack Hippo. Not that she hops over in order to go attack Hippo, she just happens to hop over because she hears one of us talking to like come see us. And then she sees Hippo. And then she sees Hippo and goes and attacks Hippo. So we were definitely worried because we know that cats' spines continue into their tail. And since Hippo wasn't moving her tail, or it was just kind of looking limp, we were like, oh no. And what we noticed is she was not sitting. Every time she went to go sit, she like went to sit and then didn't sit. Like it was like gingerly going and then like, oh no, I don't want to do that type of thing. I'm in pain, I'm gonna avoid that. So we were like, okay, she's definitely uncomfortable. So the next opportunity, we called the vet when they were open on Monday, and we got an appointment on Tuesday, which was great. They didn't have anything that day, which I did not expect, but I also did not expect to get in on Tuesday. So really grateful for that. Saw a vet at 9 in the morning, which was the same vet that saw Miss Allie when we brought Miss Allie in to take a look at her lesion that was like under her arm or something the last time this happened, like over a month ago. And she loved Hippo, and Hippo was such a good patient. She kept saying how good Hippo was as a patient. I always say that, like, not to gush about my cat, it's so cliche, but Hippo is the sweetest animal you'll ever meet. And so it's just so much more heartbreaking that this happened to her versus Miss Allie who attacked her. You know, not that I wish harm on Miss Allie, but it sucks that Hippo was the innocent one and she's the one that the vet hurt right now. But the vet felt all down her spine and wasn't concerned, and there wasn't any pain down her spine, but there was pain at the very base of her tail where her tail meets her back. And the vet was able to feel some swelling underneath her tail, kind of in between two vertebrae. But I did mention that Hippo, slowly but surely, was sitting more. Like I saw her sitting literally when we came out here just now. So she's slowly but surely getting more movement and being able to do more things. So the condition or the swelling does seem to be getting better, whereas the first day she was not sitting at all, which was so sad. And the vet didn't find any lesions back there. She was so good at looking for everything. I know this is her job and she's literally a doctor for this stuff, but I was just so impressed with how deep and like thorough she could be without being like super invasive into Hippo and stuff. But she was looking for any lesions because if there were lesions, that would mean that that's probably what's causing a lot of pain, like not being able to sit and it's just uncomfortable, but there weren't any. So she was gonna send us home with an antibiotic if there were lesions.
I got a new toy.
Oh baby, do you love your vacuum?
Yeah, it's the one.
I'm so excited for you.
I can't wait to vacuum tonight now.
I can't wait for you to vacuum either. But anyway, she would have sent us home with an antibiotic if she saw that there was a lesion, like a cut back there, but there wasn't. So instead she sent us home with some pain medication for Hippo, just help Hippo heal a little bit. She gave us a pretty low dosage so that we could put it in her food. So instead of like forcing a pill down her throat, we get to crack it and put it in her food during breakfast and dinner. So we will start those today. Yeah, that's an update. It's been a whirlwind, but I definitely don't feel as stressed or overwhelmed as I did last time because it just feels like routine at this point. But that is the very last time we will ever, no matter if they get reintroduced fully or not, that Miss Allie will be allowed in Hippo space during the nighttime. Miss Allie is unfortunately a permanent guest in our bed for the rest of Hippo's life, so to speak.